To find the acromially landmark, I feel along the spine of the scapula to the corner of the acromion. This represents the start of the lateral border. I put a pen mark here to confirm the location of the most lateral part of the border. Next, to find the radial landmark. To do this, my client stands in a relaxed position with the arms hanging by his side. I palpate downwards towards and feel the lateral dimple of the elbow. This is the space between the humerus and radius. Moving the thumb distally to the most lateral part of the proximal radial head and mark it. To find the mid-acromially radial, I measure the linear distance between two landmarks with the arm relaxed and the elbow extended. I place a mark in the midpoint of these two landmarks. To find the tricep skin fold site, by projecting the mid-acromially radial site perpendicular to the long axis of the arm around to the posterior surface of the arm and intersecting the projected line with a vertical line. So I find the midpoint, I come around to the posterior of the arm. Do a nice line. And as you can see, I've got the skin fold site on the arm. I now do the skin fold, which is a vertical fold. Then I do it again just to get an average of the two skin folds. And they're both 15 millimeters. For the abdominal skin fold site, I need to do a measure from the midpoint of the navel to the right side of 5 centimeters. Now that I've marked the skin fold site, it's a vertical fold. So I grab skin fold, and the first test is 18 millimeters. I'll do it again to get an average. And I got 17 millimeters. So the average would be 17.5 millimeters. To find the skin fold site of the thigh, I first need to landmark for the patella by palpating the lateral and medial side of the knee. With my thumb at the posterior superior border, my client flexes their knee at 90 degrees and I mark the site. So I palpate until I feel the start of the tendons and I mark a dot. This will be the landmark. I then place one end of the tape measure in the inguinal fold and the other end of my previous landmark of the patella. I place the landmark at the midpoint of these two marks. So from the crease in the leg to the landmark, I measure. Get my client to hold that there. So that's 40 centimeters. So I'll mark it in the center, which will be 20. I then place one end of the tape measure on the leg and I draw a perpendicular line from the two landmarks to find the center, which I already had. So that's that there.
Just cut that out because you said it twice. Just do your skin fold.
Again, this is a vertical fold. My first test was 18 millimeters. My second test was 18 millimeters. The supraspinally skin fold starts with finding the landmarks. The first being the iliacus cristale. Stabilizing the body, I find the general location of the top of the iliac crest with the palms of my fingers. I then find the superior aspect of the iliac crest and draw the landmark vertically below the midpoint of the axilla or the armpit. Hold your finger.
Right.
Yeah. This is the first landmark I do. And then I find the iliospinale landmark. To do this, I palpate the superior aspect of the ilium and follow along the crest to the anterior superior iliac spine and downwards until it runs posteriorly. The landmark is the lower edge of where the bone can just be felt. I then run a tape measure from the axillary border to the marked iliospinale landmark. I draw a short line along the side of the tape at the level of the iliocrestale. Just hold it at the bottom there. Just hold it.
Okay.
Just to Then I run the tape horizontally around the marked iliocristale to the intersection of the first line. This is the first line, mark it horizontally. Just put this one down a little bit. Once the point of the intersection is located, which is here, I draw another cross at the intersection to indicate the correct location for the skin fold measure. This is the skin fold measure site, and it's a horizontal measure. So my first reading is 18 millimeters. And my second reading is 18 millimeters.